Yeah, streets is watching. You know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna talk about going OT. Now, if you live in New York, coming from New York, you understand about going OT, meaning going out of town. Now, when you go OT, this means you bring your product from New York and you bring it to the surrounding areas. You might go to Virginia, DC, Atlanta, North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, etc. The whole purpose of this is you buying your product at a cheaper price and selling it for more in another state. For instance, what you could sell for $100 in New York, you might be able to sell for $200 OT. You know what I mean? But people think that going OT is just one, two, three, like it works like clockwork. They think you're just gonna get your product, go OT, triple up, come back, it's gonna be no good. That's incorrect. There are a lot that goes along with this. And this is what we're gonna try to explain to y'all. See, now going OT, right? First things first, you're gonna have a plug OT. Meaning you're gonna have to know somebody where you could get your shit off. You're gonna have to either have friends, family, girlfriend, associate, someone that's gonna let you come OT, or someone that knows the lay of the land and is gonna introduce you to people to help you get your product off. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So say you got your people's OT, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta get your product. Now getting your product, you have to go get your product, whether you gotta connect, people bring it to you, or you might have to go to a spot, get it. Now, going to get your product, just going to get your product is an issue. You might have to get your product from someone. Say, for instance, you go get some work, you go uptown, you're dealing with someone, your work, it might be an issue. It might not be the work that's fire. It might be the work that don't come back right. You feel me? So, a lot of times, just getting the work is an issue. So you have to be able to have a connect that's legit. You don't have to worry about going up to the connect, fucking police kicking in his door. You get caught up in a raid. You don't even make it OT. Now you're worried about bail money and lawyer money. These things happen all the time. That's the other side of the game that people don't tell you about, right? But we're not going to do that. We're going to teach you the truth. So you got to first one, secure your product, right? You know what I'm saying? You get your product. Hopefully you'll be able to get your product without getting bad, getting caught up in a situation without getting robbed. So you get your product, right? Okay. You have your product now. Now you have to take your product, get it ready, package it, and now you have to get your product OT. So how are you going to do that? You know what I'm saying? The product's not going to just appear there magically. So you got to figure out how you're going to get this product out there. What you going to do? You're going to take the train, you're going to take the bus, you're going to take the highway, you're going to get on 95. What you going to do? You're going to strap it to your chick. What you going to do? You're going to bring it yourself? What you going to do? So you got to figure this out, right? You got to figure if you're going to go bus, train, pay a mule, whatever you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? All right? So, whatever the case may be, now you find a way to get it OT. So you get it OT. Now your product's over there, right? Okay. So now a lot of the hard part's done. You got your product and you got it out OT. So now you got to get rid of it. Now when you get rid of it, this is where it's key that you have a strong team OT. People that you can trust, people that know the area, right? Okay. So you deal with your peoples, you know what I'm saying? Now is when you have a lot of this hate that comes from out of towners. I mean the people that's in there and we out of towners. Because remember, we going into their town, we taking money out their pocket, and of course we knocking off their bitches. This is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you're in a state now, or a town, out of your hometown, where you're dealing with people that don't know you, don't like you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they out to get you. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you have to be prepared, which is where you always got your hammers. You got your hammers for protection. You know what I'm saying? So now you got your hammers for protection. You know what I'm saying? If anything happens, you'll be able to defend yourself. At the same time, you defend yourself, now you might have a charge. You know what I'm saying? You might catch a body. You might catch an assault one. You might just catch a felon in possession of a firearm. These are things that all happen. These are things that come with the game that people don't want to tell you about, but these are things that you must be prepared for. Okay? So now you got your firearms, you holding it down. The people's out there, no people in the town. You getting your product off, you getting it off, and of course, you drawing that attention. But who else is drawing that attention from? The police. Now the police is on to you, right? So who these New York niggas out here getting money, you know what I'm saying? Pigs ain't stupid. They definitely not smart, but they're not stupid, you know what I'm saying? So now the pigs is out there. They hip to you New Yorkers getting it off out there. So now you got to worry about them sending plain clothes, D's up in your spot. Now you catching a direct sale, criminal possession, what you doing, you know what I'm saying? You catch all this could happen, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be prepared for this, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's good to only have a certain amount of work on you. So if you get caught up, it's not for the whole batch. It's going to be a smaller charge. You see what I'm saying? Key thing is to do, you go OT, be there in and out, you know what I'm saying? Get your money, be out. What you trying to do when you go OT, don't draw too much attention to yourself, as little as possible, if possible, you know what I'm saying? Get your money, treat everyone fairly, make sure all your workers are happy, make sure you deal with the out-of-towners, which is the people that's they town, treat them fairly, make them feel like you're not out there leaving them out. They're making money. At the end of the day, if you bringing money to them, then you know a lot of these things can get worked out. A lot of these people OT are actually looking for a connect. So you could be that connect if you play your cards right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Remember, safety at all costs. The main thing is to minimize the risk. Let me repeat that. The main thing is to minimize the risk. You know what I mean? There's always a chance you're taking with this, whatever the chance may be. Even if you're successful 99% of the time, there's a 1% chance that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Something could happen. And something will happen. That's another thing you need to know. If you're playing this game every day, you're out there doing your thing, if you're really out there every single day, eventually you will go to jail. This is just a fact. This is not something I'm making up. The law of averages says, if you're out there every day doing crime, if you're out there every single day committing crime, at some point you will go to jail. It might only be for a day, it might be for a week, it might be for a month, it might be for a year, it might be for the rest of your life. But at some point, you will go to jail. Don't ever get this fucked up. Don't ever get this fucked up. If you out there really living that life and you full-time with this, at some point you will go to jail. And make sure you're prepared for that. And when I say you're prepared for that, make sure that you got bail money and lawyer money at all times. Make sure that when you get caught up, you don't say anything. You don't even give me your name. Just tell them your lawyer's name. That's it. Remember, you have the right to remain silent. Make sure that you use that. All right? Now, it's more coming. This is the first edition. Streets is watching. Stay tuned. All right?